Hey friends, I'm Benjamin Sears and welcome to Movement Snacks, bite-sized morsels of nourishing movement designed to bring more awareness and space into your body and mind. Today's practice will touch on shoulder and hip mobility and get into some lower back lengthening moves, simply just to make you feel a little bit better, maybe prepare you for a practice or unwind you from whatever it is that life has been throwing your way. Start with your feet apart a little wider than hips width. Press into the floor with your heels and grip the floor with your toes so you can bring your hips underneath you. Bring your arms down by the sides of your body and press your hands into your sides and just use that pressure to create a little bit more tension that makes you feel as though you're in a little bit more of a straight line. So you can imagine from the universe, through the crown of your head, through your body, through your perineum into the center of the earth, there's a plumb line that drops all the way down. Push your hands into your body, bring your shoulders up, and do this without bending your arms. So pull your shoulder blades back and then down. And so what we're trying to do is isolate the movement of your scapulae and just get a little bit of movement and lubrication into your shoulder blades. Keep your arms straight, and the template of your body for your hands will be useful to know if you're sort of compensating in your elbows or in your rib cage. So keep your ribs nice and quiet, and again, grip the floor just enough with your toes that you feel that your hips turn on. So we're trying to create just about like 30% tension throughout your body, change directions so that you can isolate this movement in the shoulders. And getting control and mobility in your shoulder blades can also be a really great way to relieve your neck. Keep the circle going in this forwards direction. Next time you come to the back and down position, pause. And then with each of the next 3 exhales, just try to pull your shoulders back and down a little more. And just notice if your hips start to go back, your ribs start to flare forward, or maybe your elbows start to bend a little bit. It's also really interesting to figure out like which shoulder works a little differently than the other one. Good. And then you can relax your arms, but keep the tension through most of your body. Bring your chin to your chest, and let's do one neck circle in each direction. And oftentimes I find that the scapular circles open up the neck circle. Change directions. Nice. Good. From here, bring your arms out in front of you and then pull your shoulder blades back. And from pulling your shoulder blades back, bring your arms out to the side and then bend your elbows. Put your hands behind your head. Press your hands into your head and your head into your hands a little bit. By pressing your head into your hands and your hands into your head, you might feel a little activation in your upper back. And I want you to do that without doing this with your back. So keep your low back under control and your ribs down, and then press hands into head, head into hands. Open your elbows, and you'll start to get a nice feeling of opening across your chest and activation in your upper back. Take an inhale here. Hold your breath for a moment just to maintain tension. Bring your arms out into a Y position, and then start to bring your arms behind you. And as you do that, pull your shoulder blades together. Internally rotate your upper arms so your palms turn back. Sweep your arms behind you and make fists on your back. Press your fists against each other, let your elbows come forward for just a moment, squeeze shoulder blades together, and then pull your fists off your back. Extend your arms straight behind you, keeping shoulder blades down and back, reach your arms out. As you bring your arms out, turn your armpits forward, so your upper arms externally rotate, bring your hands behind your head, take an inhale here, and on the exhale, open your elbows, pull shoulder blades together, and twist to the right without turning your hips. So keep pushing down with your left foot and pulling forward with your right hip. Take a few breaths here, twisting to the right. Again, try to move from your shoulder blade, so it's like your right shoulder blade pulls you into the twist. Same position, arms out into the Y. Keep the ribs closed, keep your tailbone down. Circle your arms behind you, bend your elbows, make fists, press them together. Take an inhale here, pull your fists off your back. Moving from the back of your shoulders, so you should feel back and shoulders active. Extend your arms, bring them out and up, hands behind your head, back to center. Bring your elbows towards the sides of your head. Now bend your knees, and as you bend your knees, round your back and press your elbows onto your knees. Take an inhale here. Shoot your knees forward, your elbows down, and try to round a little more into your back, rounding your back to stretch it out on purpose. Then stick your butt out. Open your elbows and arch your back to stand up. Inhale. On the exhale, elbows together, shoulder blades together. Twist to the left. Good. So this is a really nice opportunity to get awareness of where your hips are in space when your spine turns, so that you can keep yourself on that vertical axis. Each exhale, Twist a little more without letting your ribs flare forward. Pull your tailbone down, your low ribs down, turn a little more to the left. Inhale here. Hands off the back of your head, pulling from the shoulder blades, arms to the Y, and then from the Y, circle behind you, internally rotating your upper arms, which means your biceps will turn backwards. Bring your hands behind you, make fists, push them together. Good. And then pull elbows back, pull shoulder blades back, extend your arms. As you extend your arms, your shoulder heads will want to pull forward. Pull them back, reach out, externally rotate your upper arms. Bring your hands behind your head again, come back to center. And then again, bend your knees and bring your elbows to your knees. Press knees forward, press elbows down, round your back. Exhale, round a little more. You can actually do an exhale through your mouth there to make more force. And then stick your butt out, elbows wide. Inhale to come up. Pivot to the left. Bring your right knee down and strongly push the mat apart with your feet so that you're getting this bonus of the stretch here in the front of your hip. Inhale. On the exhale, round forward, elbows to your knee. And then with each exhale, try to round this part of your back more up towards the ceiling. So you get that nice lumbar flexion combined with hip extension on the right. And then open elbows. Inhale to come up, squeeze shoulder blades together. Arms up into the Y. Sweep your arms behind you. Bend your elbows. Make fists. Inhale. Keep pushing the floor apart with your feet as you reach your fists back. And then arms back. Swimmer your arms up. Externally rotating when your hands line behind your head. Open your elbows. Tuck tailbone. Press the floor apart with your feet. And twist to the left without losing the position of your hips. Push the floor apart. Squeeze elbows together. And turn your whole spine equally, so it's not about overturning your head. Nice, and then from there, right hand goes down, left hand to your low back. Take an inhale here. Throw your knee forward into your hand and your hips into your other hand, and then use the leverage to twist just a little bit more. From there, sweep your arms out, up, arms behind your head. Good, and then you're just gonna pivot your right foot behind your right knee. Left hand goes to left knee. Push your hand into your knee. Keeping your hand behind your head, bring your elbow in and lean to the left. Now take that right arm, release it, drive down strongly through your right foot and feel for a nice stretch up this right side of your back. Press your knee and your arm into each other equally so that you feel space in both sides of your spine. On the exhales, pull your ribs down and just feel that really nice lengthening, spacious sensation right above your right hip, right low back. Lift your chin a little. Straighten your right arm by wrapping your shoulder. In other words, turning your tricep to your face. Nice. Inhale to come up. Bring your knees together. Sit all the way down. Hands on the floor in front of you. Take a long inhale into your lower back. On the exhale, round everything. If this is an uncomfortable position for your knees, you can do this in a normal quadruped position. One more exhale here. Try to get everything as round as possible. Now, pull with your hands and start to arch just your upper back by gliding your chin backwards. So in other words, not throwing your face up, but gliding your chin back to get that activation across your upper back that you felt in the very beginning of the practice with your hands behind your head. And then 3 breaths here, gliding chin back, but tuck tailbone and pull your low ribs together. So we're trying to isolate and arch or back bend in the upper back. Getting a nice feeling of contraction up there. Last exhale. Come up halfway, right hand to your left knee, left hand around behind your back. You can sweep it out the other side, and then pull on your knee and push your knee forward as you twist to the left. Take this left arm behind you. Good. Bend your elbow, bring your hand behind your head, and then use that elbow reaching back and the shoulder blade reaching back to help you twist a little bit more. Come back to center, sweep both hands up behind your head. Nice. Come on up. Left toes tuck. Right foot steps out to the right. And then from there, you pivot back to the lunge position on the left side, which will now be your first time in this lunge position on the left side. Take an inhale here, squeeze shoulder blades together, close bottom ribs, hover your hands from your head, arms to the Y position. Bring them back, and then circle your arms behind you, internally rotating as you go in the shoulder. Bring your hands together behind your back, make fists, push your fists together, and as you do that, press the floor apart. Feel how, as you use your legs more to push the floor apart, you intensify the stretch in the front of this hip. Take an inhale here, hold your breath for just a moment, hover your hands off your back, extend your arms, reach out. As you reach out, externally rotate your upper arms so armpits get hollow, bring your hands up, bend your elbows, hands behind your head, and just like in the beginning of the practice, push hands into head, head into hands, and then as you're ready, twist to the right. Squeeze shoulder blades together, use that to help you twist. Stay strong in your legs so that your first floor supports you as a trinity of strength, structure, and stability. You can even triangulate your base from your right foot to your perineum to your left foot so that you have that diagonal cross reference. And then left hand goes down and use the leverage to open a little bit more to the right, reaching from your right elbow. So think that your elbows actually are coming towards each other in the back of your body. Come back to center, hands behind your head, pivot the left foot behind the right. You can step your right foot away a little bit, and then right hand comes down inside your knee. Push this hand and knee into each other, bring your elbow in to wrap your shoulder, and then extend your arm. Press knee into hand, hand into knee, so that all the points on the front of you are now trying to move forward. So knee moves in, hips move forward, and then you can get that nice side bend up the left side of your back. That's my dad's old grandfather clock. I'm here visiting him after Thanksgiving right now. That clock has been in our family. God, I don't even know. I mean, it was there when I was born, so I'm dating myself, but at least 42 years. Reach through your top arm. Close your bottom ribs. So feel how when you really use your legs and pull everything to center, so like as if you're pulling your left knee forward, pushing your left foot back, and press your right knee in, you can get more length in the side of your back. And then just come to center, knees down, arms up over your head, push hands to the head, head into hands. Last one, pull your hands off your head, feel how that stretches your chest, reach your arms up. So this active stretching principle really can make a lot of space. Reach back, then circle your hands behind you, bend your elbows, make fists with your hands, take an inhale, and pull your fists off your back by pulling your shoulder blades together. Nice, and then from there you're just gonna take left hand to right knee and right hand around behind your back. Throw your right knee into your hand and twist to the right. So there's always this concept of moving the pelvis in two directions at once. Hip bones move back, tailbone moves slightly forward. And that way you're in the fold of your hips, but you still have ground underneath you. Come back to center, put your hands on the floor in front of you. Again, round your entire spine. And then from that round shape, turn your elbows in and pull with your hands to glide your chin back. So ribs go together, chin goes back, and feel that it's really like just the heart coming forward without your bottom ribs, so that you get that nice feeling of length in your low back. So it kind of looks like you're doing nothing, but it should feel like a lot if you're really doing it. Chin back, ribs down. Good. And then last one, we'll do some isometrics here. Take an inhale, and then pull forwards with your hands. Or in other words, really, when I say pull forwards, what I really mean is pull yourself forwards with your hands. So pull your hands backwards, pull your knees forwards, and use that to glide your chin back a little more, activate your upper back. And then inhale again, and now push the floor, this time truly forwards with your hands, backwards with your knees. And that'll make it easier to round your lower back, but I want you to keep the arch in your upper back the entire time. Nice. And then ease off of that. Probably felt kind of nice, but intense in your spine. Put your hands on your thighs to connect your first and second floor. Tongue on the roof of your mouth to connect your second and third floor. Notice how we didn't really do any stretching, but you probably have a feeling of kind of like openness across your chest, maybe a feeling of length in your spine. And when I say we didn't do any stretching, I guess I mean like, passive stretching when you were like leaning into a stretch. It was really all the shoulder work was quite active, pulling from the back of the shoulder to bring yourself into active ranges of motion. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Let your belly go. Close your eyes. Rest your eyes in the wells of their sockets. Like two little babies in their cradles. Notice the quality of your breath after this short practice without excessive effort. Loosen the constriction of your throat and silkify your breathing so that there's a light hold on your breath, but just in the interest of making it quieter and softer and slower. Notice the feeling in your face in this moment. What does it feel like to have a face? How does your skin feel throughout your body? Not just face, but on downwards. Notice your entire surface. Notice how after practice, the interior and the surface feel more connected. Just safely open enough to feel the interconnectedness of the depth and center of each cell to the exterior and circumference of your physical body. There's no real separation between in and out, between center and edge. Feel the totality of your physical self in this moment. Notice the wave-like movement of your breath. Just by paying attention, you're doing it right. Any feeling in your body is worthy of your attention, and yet you can just notice the sensation without following it down its potential narrative thread. Simply allow the experience of the practice to give you a fabric of experience, and you just relax into the weave. Just here and now with these light sensations, having this experience, this moment, in this place. Swallow, feel your own juiciness. If you like, you can bring your hands to prayer, joining left and right sides in the center, making your own pair. And the practice typically feels like you've repaired something, which is the essence of making a pair, putting things together well, gives you a feeling of wholeness. I hope you enjoyed this movement snack, and I hope to see you soon. Peace.